Some confirmed information on the stimulus package that was just released a short time ago. Also, what Republicans are requesting and their plan to start moving forward with the stimulus package, all that to be covered in this video. So let's get into it right now. So for a few weeks now, we've been hearing about these multiple stimulus packages. So we've been hearing about that. There's probably going to be another version of the Build Back Better agenda being released, because the current version is currently on the table right now. The $2 trillion bill that passed through the House about a month and a half ago. Now we've been hearing that there may be released version of that coming out sometime soon, because the current version is not getting support that they need to get it through the Senate. Well, surprisingly enough, we have the remarks out of the administration spokesperson earlier today, Andrew Bates, and he has come out saying that symbol is not truth. There is not a second version of the bill, but wait, we've been hearing all about it. That's probably going to be released at sometime soon, so that they can actually get this passed through. However, the spokesperson Andrew Bates came out earlier today and said, we are in communication with lawmakers, and there is not another version of the Build Back Better agenda. However, this is not the one other stimulus package that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks now, which is where the administration is going to be reaching out to Congress, asking them for additional stimulus relief. But rather than the bill, that better agenda is the stimulus package that we've been talking about since April of the 2021. Well, as of recently, over last month and a half or so, since this is not getting the support that they need to get it through the Congress, there's been this talk that maybe there's going to be another bill coming out very similar to it. That's actually going to be a tamed down version of the Build Back Better, as much smaller, slimmer version of the bill that better. But yet, they came out today. Andrew Parsons said, no, their symbol is not another one of his. Is so interesting, right? Not really sure where all of this came from the first place, but this is something that we've been hearing about and talking about, because this is what we've been fighting. However, according to Andrew Pate, he said this is not a thing. This is not going to be happening. They've been in talks with the lawmakers, and there's no such thing as another smaller Build Back Better that's going to be introduced. So I don't know, kind of interesting. But this is what they confirmed a short time ago. However, we do know that there are these other couple stimulus packages that are currently on the table right now. The bill that better, this is the $2 trillion plan. We also have the other one where the administration is going to be asking Congress for these relief funds. And then we also have a $68 billion plan that was introduced about 2 weeks or so ago. And honestly, we haven't heard much about that one, or I'm not sure if that one's still alive. If that one's still kicking around out there, or if that one has just been discovered and forgotten about, like so many other proposals that we've seen over the last year or so now. Let's quickly talk about what what Republicans are requesting right now. So since the start of this whole business about 2 years ago, they were allocated over $18 billion, in fact, $82.6 billion of COVID funds in the form of money allocated for vaccines, testing, distribution, things like this. However, as of recently, in fact, the small group of Republicans profited the latter, and they sent it over asking for further clarification as to where did the $82.6 billion go. What happened to it, and why is there a shortage of COVID tests out there right now? So, apparently, according to the reports right now, if you were to go to any of your local store or pharmacy or any of these places that sell this COVID test, they are very difficult to find right now. They are saying that it's very difficult to find some of these COVID tests out there. While these Republicans are asking the administration, we need to some clarity. What happened to the $82 billion? That good that has been allocated $47 billion, of which was actually allocated not even a year ago in March of 2021. Where the money go? And why is there such a lot of the COVID tests out there right now for the American people to take advantage of and actually get their hand on? This is very difficult to find these tests, and we need the answers. So they are out there wondering, where are all the tests? Where are they not on the store themselves? What happened to them? And where's the money? Show us the money, because it's gone. And money is nowhere to be accounted for, and we are wondering where this money went. So if we get further answer on that, of course. But a lot of times when these letters are sent over and ask for further clarification, a lot of times no response, right? A lot of times we almost don't get ever respond to that. Let's quickly talk about their plan moving forward with the Build Back Better agenda and their stimulus packages. So as of right now, the Build Back Better agenda is a little bit stalled. However, starting today, Chuck Schumer is going to be bringing to the floor the debate on the voting rights bill, right? Tomorrow, he's home planning to vote on the voting rights bill, and then also start to figure out how they can actually carve out the filibuster, and that's going to be whole another issues going forward. However, after today and tomorrow, they're going to be swiftly transitioning into target on the stimulus packages, the Build Back Better, and potentially this one that is going to be introduced by administration, talking to Congress, asking them for additional stimulus money right now in for the COVID relief, whatever that contains. But we just do know that it's going to be contain substantial sum is what they were told us. However, they planned right after this voting rights debate and voting rights. So anyway, after this all happens between today and tomorrow, the plan is to quickly pivot right into getting back on track with the stimulus package, the Build Back Better agenda. But according to the reports that I've been seeing, they are apparently going to be bringing this to the floor as early as next week, opening it up for debate as in the Build Back Better agenda, and possibly holding those votes on that again. We are supposed to come like 2 weeks ago, but anyway, that should be coming as the next week, according to sources. But again, we will see on that. We were seeing so many delays every time. Then they come to us and they said, oh yeah, we are going to open up debate and we are going to start voting on it next week. How many times did we see that throughout the course of the December period to the Christmas time? Remember, they were supposed to hold the vote on it and it never ever happened. Then they said right away in January, when we returned, we are gonna vote on it. Never happened. Well, here we are approaching end of January, and already there maybe is going to be some voting next week on the Build Back Better agenda. So we will have to see about that and see if it actually happens. But their plan is transition right into this and start working on the Build Back Better channel. But they have this little store here, and they're gonna be working on the voting rights bill.